Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for the Q&A questions. Arsenal have been stressing me out, but away from Arsenal, you guys know Fridays and Sundays we do this thing, man. We go hard with the Q&As. Like I said, thank you for the questions, and if I've missed you out, don't be so surprised. I might have saved you until Sunday, or I might have forgot, but either way, get in there with new questions. So let's crack on, man. It's late. So yeah, who have we got? Mr. Will Greg, my guy, man. This guy, Will Greg, sorry. He's always making comments and asking stuff. He's asked a question. Lucas Torreira as a Santi Cazorla replacement. Short and sweet. You know the thing, bro. Next question. You know your stuff. Bello asks, how do you feel about players playing for different countries when they should have played for their parents' nation? Well, I'm not too sure of should have. It's a personal choice whether you feel necessarily attached to that home nation that your parents are from, or whether you were born there. Many people have different reasons. Some people that are born in England never felt English or never felt attached to the national team, so they play for other countries. So I would say it's down to them. But personally, I mean, if I look at a couple players that are Caribbean or stuff like that, I mean, you're in or of African descent, you're in a tough spot, really. Do you choose national pride or stuff like Zaha's gone now, or do you initially go with what Zaha went with England, which clearly because they could offer him more of a sport, and I say it lightly because England ain't been doing nothing in major competitions, but it can offer him a better chance of making sporting competitions and more of a chance of winning these things and just a stronger competitive side. So every decision is different. For instance, Kylian Mbappe, however you want to say it, he could be playing for Cameroon, but he plays for France. Would I begrudge him, or should anyone begrudge him for either? No, because he's very much in touch with his African roots and things like that. So I think we need to be very careful with them sort of ones there, bro. But you've got another the next question, pardon me, not you, sorry, bit low, man, my bad. It's late and Arsenal have got smacked up, so I'm not, my headspace is a bit messed. But Smith has asked, I can't say your name, bro, but I'm gonna just call you Smith. I know we're linked with Oblak, but we're also linked with the young and upcoming Lafont. He said that he would join Arsenal, but remain coy about that. Would you? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, bro. I've made a video about that. You can go and see that, but I'll be all up for Lafont. I'm a bit scared of a young player, because of what we've needed in goal for many years. And Czech in his prime was a top quality keeper, and people are going to expect a lot of fireworks. And with De Gea, he's turned out to be a top quality keeper, but man, are human. They need time. I'm a bit scared our fans won't give him patience, but I think he's a quality keeper, and he's played a lot of times in the French league, so he might adapt quicker than I would think he could, to be honest with you. So that's my opinions, bro. Bilal asks, thoughts on Lukaku's idea of the All-Star game between the north and south of England? What would be your starting 11 for both? Up north, my geography is poor, but up north's the Manchester teams, right? I'm sure I did this before, but Manchester teams, all them teams there. Let's go with in goal, De Gea, easy thing. De Gea in goal. De Gea in goal. This is tough, man. It's tougher than I thought. De Gea in goal, Kyle Walker right back, centre half, Bailly of Manchester United if he's fit. Let's go with Van Dijk. I can't think of no one else. In fact, Otamendi's been in good form. Let's go with Otamendi. Left back. This is tough, bro, man. This is tough. I'm missing more teams up north, man. Young, just put Young there. I'm doing the first ones coming to my head. Don't get hung up on Young. Midfield, Kevin, easy. Kevin Pogba, Fernandinho. Up front, Sergio, Alexis, Sane. And south, let's just say whatever. Listen, as long as London counts as south in it, so I'm gonna count them in it. So London team, Loris in goal, Courtois in goal. I'm bugging. Courtois in goal. Right back, Aspilicueta. Centre half, I have to plug Arsenal. So Koscielny, and Toby, if Toby's fit. Left back, what's his name? Vertonghen. Midfield, Mesut Ozil. Dembele. Probably Dembele. Kante, yeah. How can N'Golo Kante not have Kante? Kante, Dembele, Mesut Ozil up front, Hazard on the right, Kane in the middle. This is tough, man. I should make a video about this and sit down and do this, but Son. You know what, Son? He's been in good form. See, I forgot Salah. I add Salah to my team with all the South players. Somehow get him in, even if it's at left back, man. But that was a good question. You put me on the spot, bro, man. Rax asks are fans seeing it wasn't all Lacazette's fault? He's obviously referring to Lacazette not banging the goals he's doing at Lyon. Clearly, bro. Clearly, hopefully they can see it. Doesn't matter if it's Aubameyang, Welbs, even though Welbs ain't plugging Welbs because he's been dead. Everybody can see it now. And you've also asked, do you think Wenger's time is done, or is his time done? Sadly, nobody would want Arsene Wenger to turn it around more than me, but I'm also a man who calls a spade a spade. Time's done. We can't bring the club, turn the club around or take it forward. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for Wenger to prove us wrong. I'd love to one day look in this vid and say I was talking nonsense, but it doesn't look like the case. So Wenger's time is done, man, and he should have really stepped down after 2014 when we won the FA Cup. But Med-K asks how do you deal with United fans? I'm one of the few Arsenal fans in my school. Bro, I'd say there's nothing you can do in it. Them man, they are just glory hunters in it. Just stress them about not being where Fergie was in it, my guy. So yeah, shout out to you and stay in school and them things there, man. But main man Ubers asked, would you take Jardim to replace Arsene Wenger? Of course, man. Of course. People are getting at him because his personality is not the same as Arsene Wenger, but his record with youth speaks for itself. He's won titles in France. He's turned teams around like Braga. He's achieved different success with them, maybe not necessarily trophies. Did all right at Sporting, won trophies at Olympiacos. These might not be the most reputable clubs, no disrespect, but it shows someone that is adaptable in different countries, different environments, different cultures, and I'll give him a chance, man. You saw what he did last year with Monaco and their players. I'd be up for that, main man, Oberman. JP Jackson asks Arana is the next Marcelo. Seville signed him in Jan. How did Arsenal miss out on him? Well, probably because they signed Kola and they deemed they didn't need a left back. Not that I agree, because Maitland-Niles is being used there and Kola's there. So maybe that's why, and Monreal's there. Maybe that's why they missed out, bro. I don't know. But yeah. Tariq asks my guy, what's more likely, a black manager to win the Premier League or a player of Indo-Asian descent in the Premier League? Well, West Brom in particular have a lot of talented Asian prospects coming and kicking on the door, and God willing they make chances. Leicester the same. So you'd say, based on the fact that I'm seeing a lot of pool of great Asian players coming through the ranks, you'd probably say that. But on the basis that there's technically a black manager in the Premier League in Houghton, and there's not an Indo-Asian descent player in football at the moment that you're actually referring to, that obviously we have to be careful here. You'd say that, but I'd love to see both. I've made a vid about it. I want to see more Asian footballers, and I'd love to see a black manager or a player of another colour. Obviously, specifically black for me, because as a young kid, that's what I wanted to see. But I would love to see them go and do that. But yeah, man. You've also asked, who will have a better career, Solanke or Abraham? You can never tell with these things, to be honest with you. Solanke's gone off the ball a bit for me after, I don't know if he's injured, but after featuring a lot for Liverpool, so I'm not too sure. Solanke's playing at Swansea Solanke, Abraham's at Swansea. They're not really winning anything or going to win something, no disrespect to them. We'd have to see, man. You'd have to see. I think Solanke's slightly the better player technically, but I'm not too sure, man, how that's gonna turn out, my guy. But I look forward to seeing that. Is a dash asks, what series do you currently watch? Currently I've started. Is it Carbon on Netflix? I've just one episode, so no one spoil it. But shout me some series to watch, people, man. I've been hearing Peaky Blinders, Designated Survivor, all of these mad names. But what's really the thing to watch, man? Shout me, my guy. Yeah. Hala Madrid asks, deluded. Do you think Casemiro has to play in games at home versus small teams where we will dominate, or should we play Kovacic, Kroos, and Modric? Well, games where you're expected to have the possession, you've answered your own question. Sure, yeah, you could remove him and remove the handbrake and stability he provides in favour of more possession-based football and stuff like that. Modric and Kroos are very good defensively either way, to be honest with you. So that's a good question. Kafs asks, for your Q&A, what do you think about a culture change? My reading's been atrocious today. Let me start that again. What do you think about a culture change? Should someone with a different system who doesn't tend to play in brackets beautiful football be our manager? For instance, Simeone rather than Surrey. Well, obviously as fans we want it all. We want to play good football. We want to win titles. But again, I think that people get hung up on that, and you're right to a degree. I believe a great manager is adaptable. Obviously, you can't bend all of your principles. You're never going to see Pep Guardiola within reason play five at the back, hoofing it long balls. You're going to see some principles. But any manager worth their weight in gold can both tailor their system to what the club or the things used to, and put their own own stamp on it. Pep doesn't play the same way he did at City, Munich, or Barcelona, but this loosely the same. Do you get it? So I agree. In the same way, I think man get hung up on the terms defensive midfielder when you just need a midfielder that's competent, really. Not that I don't want a physical presence. The same can be said about managers. But where there is a different debate, I mean, clearly if you want certain principles or you want certain things from a manager, you're going to have to look for a manager. I mean, if you want someone that's going to develop youth players, put their hand around a shoulder, you're not going to hire Jose Mourinho, no disrespect, because he's playing kids in it. If you want to win trophies and you want someone that wants to win instantly, you're not going to hire Wenger, are you? Because he might play beautiful football even though he's not. You're not going to win stuff. You might win a little FA Cup, but if you want major trophies, you're not going to do it. You get where I'm going, my guy. Carlo Ancelotti, a good manager, but he doesn't really put his authority on a club. So if you want short-term-ish success or someone that's not going to ruffle a few many feathers and work with what he has to a degree, Carlo would be your guy. So hopefully that answers your question. And I don't think I've got any more questions. Oh, last one. Camille asks is, how much would Dembele for Spurs cost? Could you play a three-man midfield of Dembele, Wilshere and Ozil? Well, that would be lovely, bro. It would be lovely. Dembele regulating the midfield, but it can't happen. Dembele, I don't know how much he'd cost. You'd like to think anything from 20 to 40 million. Any other club bidding, if they were as good as he for me is, I mean, that's what he really should be worth. If I was to bid for him, if I was a foreign club or a Premier League side with as much of a rivalry with Spurs to a degree, Spurs would probably ask us to pay 100 million for Dembele, to be honest. And quite rightly, rivals, you don't sell to each other. I know we sell to other rivals, but you don't sell to direct rivals. The last player that snaked it was Gallas, and he was a free transfer. And that's really the way it's been going. I heard there's talk we're in for Toby. Unless it's a thing where any team in the world can trigger that 25 million release clause and we somehow pull off a Houdini and Toby signs for this club and wants to play for this club. That's the only way it can happen. But other than that, you haven't got a snowball's chance in hell signing any Spurs players, which is a shame because Toby, Lloris, Dembele, Kane. I loved Kane. You guys see my tweets about Kane. I spoke about that. I would love a pair of their players. So, yeah. Guys, the Ludicuna YouTube's in N'Golo Kante. And with that being said, is the end of the Q&A. Like I said, get in the comments with some more. Sunday, I need your questions like yesterday. I need them by Saturday, boy, people. But yeah, deluded, I'm out.